Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. I am in Jita, the Jita system of EVE Online, and I was wanting to do some chill Triglavian hunting in my Rattlesnake. It's a while since I did that, and I felt like doing that. The Rattlesnake is a ship that is actually usually pretty difficult at handling Triglavian waves, these ones in high tech, but the thing is, if you put enough buffer tank on it, it can have enough regen, and you are actually able to tank a serious amount of damage. I have made a video on this previously. So we're going to have to first arm this ship here with proper modules here. We've got ammunition. We've got modules. We would maybe want to perhaps have an MTU. Then again, it will take too much space. So I think this is all right. Drones, got some problems here. We want to have some berserkers. Berserkers here, they're good. Okay, got those. And these are relatively cheap drones. I think they're Minmatar or Republic Fleet Berserkers. They are pretty difficult. No, they're actually not that more expensive. Okay, because I usually think that I try to avoid using the faction drones. They're just so much more expensive. But okay, we'll have two of them be the Republic Fleet Berserkers, because it could be good to have some just tanky ones, just in case. Say we lose all our Tech 2 ones, then at least we've got two tanky ones left that can sort of serve as a backup that can help us when we face these Triglavian waves. Okay, and do I have a frigate escape bay? Yeah, we've got one there. Great. We've got drones, got ammo. That's good. We could also have. It would be nice to have. I'm going to be completely honest. It would be really great to actually have access to an MTU, or not MTU, mobile depot, because then we could refit to like salvage fit. That would be very nice, actually. So this dark blood heavy energy Nosferatu as well. This is something that we've got that can assist a bit. Otherwise, it would be an option to have the salvager here. It could help a lot with the loot extraction. Oh well, it's all right. I think that will be fine. There's no way to increase that cargo bay, because that cargo bay is teeny tiny. We're gonna have to like deposit loot every single time. How much space does a mobile depot take? Let's just check. I think mobile depot. We need to buy one. Takes 50. Okay. Okay, so we are actually able to fit. So let's put a salvager. How much space do one of these take? 3 of these. I guess we could carry 3 of them if we wanted to refit later. Get assist a little bit. But then again, we've already got the salvage drones that are really good anyway. We'll keep them like that. We'll just have to dump loot every single time we encounter a new Triglavian wave in the station. Okay, we're going to have to now find some Triglavians, which the best way to do this is Edencom. Oh, there you can see the Edencom behind us in the game. Edencom.space. Let's see now, we've got someone in OCU. Okay, that's an option here. Oh, that's not 5 jumps away. I thought it was 5 jumps away. Let's go there, check that out. Is that in the Waira area? Because that usually has people there. Well, that usually has lower activity Triglavian hunt systems in terms of players. So we can go here, check this out. No, the other night I found some Triglavians in the system of Turiainas, and that's one of the best systems you can have Triglavian hunting going on in. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to be able to do Triglavian hunting there, so I skipped it. And it was also as well because I managed to get my ship there, and then I just realized, I didn't have any drones. So you can see, I equipped drones. I feel like we've got here, so DPS, and then we've got tanky. We've got salvage here. The little Rattlesnake looks really cool in this Caldari background. It suits it very well because it's a Caldari looking ship. It's just me, or does the background look a bit more grey than it usually is for Caldari? I realise that Caldari background is usually a bit more bluish. It seems to be a little bit more grey than I remember. Snake. I got one of these. They're called Snake. Oh yeah, and we should also be looking for Triglavian scanning as well, just in case we encounter some Triglavian systems on the way. It could be a good find then. We wouldn't even have to go all the way. But this ship is using the high-grade Nirvanas, plus the fully passive tanked ship here. Not the biggest buffer, but very good amount of regen. We've got here, we've got passive shield, we've got 505 HP a second, and then we've got pretty hefty resists because the Rattlesnake has by default pretty high resists, and then we've also got multi-spectrums, as you can see. No Triglavians here. What about here? I was watching one of my old videos today of doing T6 exotics actually. So while since I did T6 exotics, because the loot, as we concluded in a video of like 100 runs, that the loot is significantly lower from the T6 exotics, and it's not just me, it's also the other YouTuber, Gustav Manfred, very knowledgeable about the Abyss. He's also encountered the same situation where the T6 exotics give so much less loot. So now it's actually been like 2 years since this video was uploaded, and I think that it could be possible that they have fixed that. If they've not, then okay, they've not, but I would like to see if T6 exotic has become fixed. If you guys know that, if any of you guys in the comments run the T6 exotics, let me know. I'll be curious to know if the T6 exotics give a decent amount of loot, because the Gammas gave like on average I think 90 million, 100 million ISK per run. I think T6 exotics gave like on average 40-50 million ISK per run if you like average it out over many runs, because they gave so bad loot for some reason. And I think it had to do that they didn't give as much of the Triglavian survey data. I think that was a bit lower. Probe scanner. We've got a cosmic signature here, so we know that there could possibly be a Triglavian wormhole here. If there's no cosmic signature like that, then you know that there's no Triglavians here, because they need to have a wormhole. So whilst I did Triglavian hunting as well. Okay, we've got bogeys in Kulelen here. Okay, great. And this is even is this one of those Triglavian minor victory systems? It could be the case. If that is the case, then maybe we will not be doing this actually. Let's see now. If they are within 5, they are within 5. Okay, so that's within this stellar. So it could be that we've got a Triglavian wormhole here. We'll have to check this out. Alright, I'm back now. This is actually the next day. We've got a lot of family stuff going on. So now we're back in EVE Online. And I'm here in my Magnate. The Magnate is the ship I use in my Rattlesnake to be able to scan down the Triglavian wormholes. So if we deploy the probes here, then we'll go here and put them here so that we can find that Triglavian wormhole. See if it's already been sieged, because it's unusual actually that I encounter that we have Triglavians like 2 days in a row, or like within 24 hours without despawning. So it could be either that this is a new wormhole that spawned in, or that this was like a wormhole that was never really startled, or it was never sieged by other players. So then now it took a bit of time, and now that it has been sieged, perhaps we'll see. We'll have to check the status of the wormhole. Oh, the scanning on this Magnate is not the best. We've got pretty cheap stuff here. Nothing crazy. Just a cheap scanning probe launcher 1. Not particularly good with the core probe scanner Tech 1s. Ideally, I don't have the Tech 2 ship. I don't think you can put Tech 2 ship in the Frigate Escape Bay, I believe. Can you? I don't think you can actually. The thing is, if you were, then you would be able to get really good scanning. But otherwise, you could put perhaps some form of just interceptor that's really fast, because that's what I usually otherwise have. Because these Frigate Escape Bay ships that you have on your battleships, they're so useful to be able to just quickly go around and run short errands, so that you can buy stuff if you've forgotten something somewhere. The issue with this Magnate is I don't think it's got the biggest cargo. Oh, it's actually got a pretty big cargo bay as well, so you can actually carry quite a lot in here. Okay, but we've scanned down this wormhole. Recall the probes and reload there. Kulelen. I think I've been in the system before. It sounds very familiar. Let's check out what's going here. And I've not got a cloaking device, so we have to be a little bit careful. Just don't want to get one-shotted out here with the Triglavians. But I've not really encountered much people talking about Triglavians. Oh, wait, what? What? Okay, there is the R964. This is unknown areas of space. Okay, I see what's the problem here. This is not a Triglavian system. This is because this is one of these Triglavian victory systems. So there's always going to be Triglavians in this stellar fleet deployment. Ah, that's annoying. Well, that's the way it is. We're going to have to continue searching. Let's see if we can find the Rattlesnake. Dock up here, and we're going to have to go on edencom.space. Oh, and there's no systems here that are active. That's unfortunate. I guess we're just going to have to continue moving along and see if we can just encounter something by pure chance. Otherwise, you can always make a way to Waira. You can never go really too wrong. Really go too wrong by. Going to the system here. Let's move the Magnate into the frigate escape bay. There, great. So now we'll continue searching for these Triglavians. Seem to be anything here, okay. Let's warp to one of these containers and walk back, since 13 kilometers in a Rattlesnake without any propulsion is a really long journey. Alright, we're in the system of Taken now. I just happened to go here, and I actually made a list of systems that I forgot about. It's such a long time since I made them, but these lists of systems, you can just go through these and you can easily find Triglavians here, because this is where there's a probability of Triglavian wormholes spawning at a given point in time. Usually there's at least one of them active. So I just happened to go towards it, and I found the system of Hutaken has a Triglavian wormhole here. It seems like there's at least Triglavians somewhere. So we're going to have to scan that wormhole down. Okay, let's get the Magnate out here and get to work. These NPC mining corps here. Or these NPC corps that are roaming around in their haulers. So unfortunately that in EVE Online you can't do much with these guys. These it's interesting that you've got these random corps all over the place and you can't really do much more with them. I think that there might be some missions you can do with them, but I'm not too aware of them. It would be cool if you could do like missions and side quests and form allegiances with them. Maybe get some benefits somehow. There's my Magnate wormhole. Yeah, you see that? Because there's only one cosmic signature here, so it has to be the Triglavian wormhole. There, look, there's quite a few of them. Must be at that wormhole. Let's do a wormhole siege. I wish that you could go to Pochven and then just wreck some of these Triglavians on the other side, but the problem is that if I do that second, I think that it'll either be overwhelming Triglavian force, or there's going to be players who are going to wreck me. Otherwise, it would be really nice to take the fight to them, actually. Maybe we should just try it once, just for fun. Just go in there and see what we can find. Maybe do a little bit of research on what kind of sites we can encounter there. See if there's something possibly we could take on with our own ships. Let's warp to the wormhole here. Okay, let's go. Rattlesnake coming in. See how well this goes. I think it's got no problems doing this, but I might have done one mistake here. I didn't bookmark the wormhole, so I might come in at a bit of a distance, but I don't think it's too much of an issue. Have we got anything here? There's no Triglavians here, so it must mean that there's some fleets somewhere. Let's look for fleets. Here's something at Hitaken 6. There are not many situations where I think this Rattlesnake could get destroyed, but there are the few exceptional cases which it might be able to get destroyed in, and I think it is those where you have just a really big overwhelming Triglavian force. It might outdo this ship's tank, and also due to the fact that this ship has less DPS than the Golem, it'll also have less defensive capabilities than it's got less offensive capabilities, so it's going to have a worse ability to take out, like reduce the incoming DPS by destroying stuff slower. So it could die to that, I think. Otherwise, I think it's a pretty solid all-rounder, and it's also pretty chill as well, because you don't really have to think too much about capacitor. And also the just managing your shield modules. You're anyway able to tank passively here. So let's see now. Deploy an MTU and a mobile depot, and then we'll get to work. I also want to deploy those drones, and we'll put these to maybe DPS 2. Then we have 2 groups there separate. And have the drones help us a little bit. We need a bit of drone help, please. Since I've got these shield power relays, these enable me to have very good HP per second. I am having to make the best use of the limited slots I have for DPS. I'm putting the C3-X's because they boost both my missiles, but also my drones as well. So it would be a good idea to use the Nosferatu, but you can't really do much with the Nosferatu on the frigates, and you can only do it maybe to this Leshak here, so that's something we could use it for, but ideally I prefer to use the Nosferatu on the Drekavac, since you get a lot of capacitor for them and they don't do so much DPS. The big DPS people, they are the Vedmax and the Leshaks in my experience. I wonder if Triglavian hunting has changed anything since last time, because it was a long time since I did Triglavian hunting. Yeah, you can see they get a lot of gigadoules over there. We're actually pretty good at taking out the frigates, but I think it's also because they're pretty slow right here. The tag mark is really big on my overview. There we go. So we can see sort of how fast they're going. Yeah, that's the reason we're able to destroy them so easily, because look at that. Look at that range. Oh no, look at that velocity. So we're able to apply so much better than we otherwise would be, usually. There we go. Take them out here. And the way it will work is that since we've got so little cargo space to spare, it's good that we've got this expanded cargo hull. So what we can do is every time we can just dump the loot in the station. So then we can refit, and then when we're moving, then we can have the expanded cargo holds. But then when we're fighting, we dump all the loot in the station. So then we'll have a standard cargo hold, and then we can sort of refit on the go to be in a more like transport-friendly mode. What's the range of our torpedoes? Not so far, actually. 29 kilometers. That's not particularly good because we want to be able to destroy the Leshaks. Actually, that's something I never really considered. That using the torpedoes is not so good here with a 29 kilometer range. Take out the renewing Leshak here. Great. And I also want to find those stupid the conduits that we got wrecked at before. I don't know if you've seen my video before. I wrote like how to lose 4 billion ISK in a short amount of time. It was when we took a golem to a miner conduit and then my internet went out. I was actually able to survive. I was thinking that maybe I wouldn't be survive, but our golem was just so strong. So you know what? Maybe we will next time take our golem and hunt for those miner conduits, because I would really like to actually wreck those guys. I don't really find so much information about the miner conduits though. Miner conduit Eve. We just make a bit of room here so we can see our ship in all its glory. Oh, you see my videos coming up here. It's found in either leaning towards Triglavian Collective or clearing the site helps Eden forces there. But this is the information from 2021, I think, when we had the wasn't this from when they had all the story arc and all that kind of stuff? So it's not the updated stuff. Because when it says lean towards the Edencom forces, that was when they had systems being taken over by Edencom and the Triglavians. So I don't know. So it contains 5 waves of Triglavian NPCs found when a system is either leaning towards Triglavian Collective or the Edencom forces. It's a harder and more advanced version of the emerging conduit side. They contain 5 waves of Triglavian ships. So we can find them in the minor victory system. So what we could perhaps do is we could have a really fast frigate going around to all these Triglavian victory systems or Edencom systems, and just go around, see if we can eventually find it, and then we see if maybe if that's the case, if what it says on the wiki is true. It'll be interesting to discover that actually, because we need some really advanced stuff from the golem. That thing is so powerful. Unlike the Rattlesnake, which is a bit more like chill style, you know, just relaxing here. You see his 2 eyes, just he's like, oh, I'm just chilling here with my drones doing all the work, not really, just taking it really casually, taking out these waves. The golem is what you want to use when you're going to go fully hardcore on this. Okay, wreck that Triglavian wave. Now it's just time to pick everything up. We can get the salvages and recall. Oh, cluster shutdown as well. Split up the drones a little bit. There we go, there we go. There we go. There we go, and there we go. So we get them split up a bit so we harvest stuff a bit faster. I want to increase the volume slightly so I can have more world. I want to have more atmosphere. How do I increase the ambience but not all the explosions? Because I don't like the explosions but I like the ambient sound a lot. Like, for example, jump activation, we take this low. Ship ambience is alright. Turret is alright. Warning is alright. But keep ship effects, maybe. I know it's about secondary interfaces, but I like the ambience of EVE Online, but I don't like it when we have lots of loud sounds from like the jump gates and all that kind of stuff. I wish there was a way, because especially the jump gates, they are very loud. And I'm not too big fan of them. The humming sound of the jump gates when you get close to them. Okay, so it seems like we've cleared this up slightly here. And we've also got some loot, not so much, but something. Invasion loot, 2 million. Nothing. But we've also not salvaged everything. Almost salvaged everything here. We can see if we've got anything in the MTU of significance as well. Okay, that's a lot more. 13 million. Nice to see. And if you've ever got problems with cargo space and need to dump some loot, these trinary state processors are very good to dump because they take so much space in relation to how much they're worth. So they can always be a good way to reduce the amount of stuff you have to haul. Because, okay, now it's worth 2 million, but if you get like hundreds of millions of ISK, this is usually not really worth that much in comparison to how much space it takes. Okay, great, we salvaged everything. So now we've got the issue of the cargo space. So what we can do is we can go on our ship and we can actually refit ever so slightly here with the expanded cargo holds. So this will allow us to have a bit more cargo space. So then we can grab all the necessary facilities we've deployed here. So then we've got, yeah, 1.3k. So that's very nice. Great. So we can go to like the station at which we had the magnate at. Where was that now? Magnate in Tarkin? No. Okay, we didn't have it anywhere because actually we plopped the magnate into our own ships. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so we got our loot here. We're docked up in the station. So I'm gonna have to take a bit of a break now from Triglavian hunting, but I would really like to hunt for those minor conduits. That's something we really need to do because I have got a very big need of getting revenge on those minor conduits. I completely forgot about them until I was reminded about them here. So we'll see what we'll do next time. Until then, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.